It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
5:32:64.
Happy 4th of July. I forgot what we're doing. Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July to you.
I got fireworks in the car.
You got fireworks all going on here. I don't know what to tell you. You got fireworks in your car?
Yes.
In the sun?
Yes.
Not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
Really?
Yes. I forgot to take them out.
Not so good.
And like they always say, it all starts with you.
It all started with you. Happy 4th of July, everyone. Welcome to our Brooklyn Cafe show as we kick off this holiday day, holiday weekend. We've got a full show set lined up for you. Kicking off with some sweets and some food.
That's right. So go get a hot dog or a hamburger and watch or listen here on WNN or watch it on our Facebook page.
Facebook page, WCAP in Boston, WGHT in New York. Happy 4th of July, everyone, and to Ion Channel all over the world. Thank you for everyone's support because we are at 85,000
And growing.
and growing on Facebook. So thank you to all our viewers and listeners. About 600,000 on Roku and Amazon Fire Stick. And as Paul always says, hashtag it works. But it only works because all of you supporting our message and our mission to amplify everybody's impact and spotlight who you are and what's going on in our community. So nice lineup we had last night, I gotta say.
That was fun. And for you guys that missed it, you can still catch it on Facebook, YouTube, and everywhere else. The interesting part about last night is that originally when we came here 2 years and 8 months ago, that's what we wanted to do. We want to bring in crowds to watch your show, to hear you play, to watch what you do. The object of the game was to bring the community in so that we can share some of the secrets, some of the nuggets that nobody knows about. And so last night was the first time that we actually had a group come in here and sing. Josh was part of the group. He got to play last night. And Touched by an Angel, Angel's show was the show before, and they stayed around to watch. I love it when you watch people that you've never met and let's do this.
Everyone's filming. It was fantastic. We had CeCe Clevenger, we had Tommy Vincent, we had, I forgot the name of the piano player. It'll come to me, it's brain fog. But they were amazing. Josh set all the music up and he did a great job playing with everyone. Unbelievable. CeCe's going to be tomorrow night up in Delray Beach at Johnny Brown. So if you are in the area of Delray Beach, you do not want to miss CeCe. Stop up and say hi. Tell him you heard about it at the Brooklyn Cafe show. He goes on at 9 to 1, I believe. So even if you've got dinner plans or you're heading out from the beach, you can always pop by Johnny Brown's. They'll be, as they say, dancing in the streets. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. And CeCe and his wife and everyone was here. It was fantastic.
It was. It was very nice. And then today we got a little surprise.
But I have to thank WWNN because as things have been changing and evolving with the station over the past 15 years, 6 months, 6 weeks.
True that.
This is the first time in 15 years that we have been able to play not only more than 10 seconds of music, we were able to we played the entire 30 minutes of music, and then we continued to stream for another 30 minutes. So never in the history that I've been working with you, or I think at any time, have you been able to actually put a music concert on. And some of them were originals and some of them were not. And everyone just sat back and enjoyed. So I'm going to talk to the ladies over here in a little bit. As hard as things are to adjust to change, sometimes when we get out of our comfort zone and have to learn new things, we're able to structure it and really see
the mic is ringing?
the benefits of what it is. Okay. The benefits of what it is.
Well, right now it's 12 o'clock and they are at the park doing the 4th of July deal. And everybody can go over there. It's going to go on till 9 o'clock with fireworks and everything else. And they have turned it into the oldies. The station now plays oldies all day. except for the morning hour, and the 6 to 8 is the community hour that I was informed of yesterday.
Nice.
So we're going to be doing that for a little bit. We're done. We're going to be taking pictures today and everything else that's going on around us, which is a whole lot of fun. But yes, WNN has matured now, and they're in the new century of music.
It's been a lot of changes. I can't say it hasn't been without a lot of bumps and speed bumps and side swirls and everything, but last night was a huge product of what we were able to do now under the new ownership.
And we got to play high-def music. And I know that unless you are into music, the radio station now has increased the frequency. Is FM at a high pitch. Even the shows that we send have to be high-pitched. And it sounds unbelievable. You remember when you were growing up, they did the quadraphonic sound? You had 4 speakers and you sat in the middle like a crazy person?
I remember a date, of course. And in the car, they'd have this special equalizer, because you couldn't just go with the music in the car at the time in the 80s. You had to put a special equalizer in. And the bass was always blaring. Now apparently it's illegal to do that, because again, you can't listen to music in your car because it's illegal. But we won't go political because we're supposed to be celebrating our independence. No, you can hear music in your car. You
just can't wear the buds.
No, you cannot. There's an ordinance out.
Well, you can't make noise.
That you can't hear somebody else's music.
But while I'm driving, why would I want to hear your music?
Because people like to blare their music.
Listen, I'm from the Bronx.
You know what
a ghetto blaster is?
Yes.
They used to put them in the back, in the trunk of the cars. Then they used to raise the trunk. It wasn't enough that your organs were vibrating inside the car. They had to raise the lid in the back of the car. And when you drove, the windows shook in the buildings. Would you like that
now, or would you complain that it was too noisy?
It depends.
Jeffrey, listen to this. He's getting a little.
Jeffrey, if I have, if I have somebody that that sings, that plays, even a little Beethoven, that's fine. But some of that hard rock, man,
he's getting a little.
That's tough, man.
When I defer to Jeffrey and he agrees, and we know you're getting a little.
What the hell is that? What is?
Exactly.
Yes, you can't play like when you drive and you have that music so loud. The hell's the matter with you? You can't even drive because your hands are all shaky and everything when you to your rap music.
Eileen, I kid you not, right? I do not make this stuff up. If you actually.
Red light, and the guy next to me's got the thing in my car shaking like crazy.
That's true. That's what Dawn likes that. Dawn tells the guy, listen, raise the music.
Pump up the volume. You know what they say?
What do they say?
As J-Lo says, let's get loud.
Oh,
back to J-Lo. But we've got a great show lined up for you today. We've got Sapphire of Sapphire Sweets joining us. You talk about children entrepreneurism. We got to do a great little set with her today that's going to be airing tomorrow on our kids' television network. Her mom, Shay, is here of Curl Distinction. And yes, I got to go curly now thanks to Shay's products that I got to tell you, they work. They're unbelievable. So we'll get you that information. Also, we've got Eileen Lemmelman. We've got Jacqueline Beck. We've got Joe Corso, Jeffrey Weinstein. We've got Louise and Lynn Everard joining us, great authors of a book about finding soulmates in this lifetime versus another. So before we get rocking and rolling, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Thank our sponsors. Say happy 4th of July, everyone. And this comes to you, this drink, from Rebecca Caston Coaching. And this recipe will be going out in our weekend newsletter. It is amazing. This happens to be a mocktail, but you can always make it a cocktail by putting in your favorite alcoholic beverage of choice. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Planning for the future should not be painful and needs to be discussed. From health, family, finances, allow qualified professionals to aid in your planning. Luhu Advisors have been serving South Florida for over 30 years. A licensed real estate broker, insurance agent, assisted living administrator, and certified senior advisor, Paul Solomon is the most qualified and well-rounded advisor for any task. Specializing in real estate, long-term care, life insurance and annuities, Social Security, government benefits, and senior housing. Luhu Advisors. Let us help you. Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
Has your heater busted, computer crashed, appliance broken? Then you need ARW Home.
Life's been pretty worry-free since I got covered with ARW Home. Don't waste thousands of dollars on air conditioning, appliance repair, and replacements. Save that money with ARW Home. Protection plans that cover household appliances, systems, and electronics.
My air conditioning broke on a Sunday. I called ARW, and they came out and fixed it right away.
Get your free quote today. Call or go to arwhome.com now.
Call 877-281-0289.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, CEO of MyPillow. Retailers, shopping channels, and now even banks have tried to cancel myself and MyPillow. During these times, your support has meant everything to us. So my employees and I want to personally thank each and every one of you by passing the savings directly on to you. We're selling the best products ever for the best prices ever. For example, we have my towels with proprietary technology, which makes them soft and absorbent. Towels that work, what a concept. They're made with USA cotton and come in a variety of awesome colors. My 6-piece towel set is regularly $109.99, now just $39.99 with your promo code. I support this show, and I would like to offer you our biggest discounts for listening. So please go to our website, mypillow.com, and put in the promo code at the end of this message to get the biggest discounts. Again, thanks for listening, and God bless.
Call 800-883-1046 and use promo code CAFESLEEP.
Hey travelers, everybody wants cheap airfares, but where can you find them? You call Smart Fares. Our prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low they're not published anywhere. Smart Fares specializes in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rentals, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, Smart Fares can help you get there cheaply and with the best price guarantee. If you want the absolute lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call us right now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these low rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the lowest rates available. So don't wait. Call Smart Fares right now for the best price guaranteed. Save up to 50% off business and first class. We've got great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 855-828-0198. That's 855-828-0198. 855-828-0198.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now.
Call 800-651-4808.
Hi, I'm Dawn Clifford, owner and founder of Clifford Insurance Advisors. Established in November of 1999, we focus on mainly health, life, disability, Medicare, and long-term care insurance. specifically for people aging into Medicare or the self-employed or even employee benefits for small business owners. We can be reached by phone number at 561-880-0391 or by email info@cliffordinsuranceadvisors.com. Visit our website at www.cliffordinsuranceadvisors.com and even visit Facebook, Clifford Insurance Advisors.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Yes.
She's on the way back.
Lady Liberty, Lady of the Harbor, is hanging above our set, watching over everyone. It is 4th of July weekend, everyone, and we get to celebrate the best of Boca right here in the Brooklyn Cafe Show because we are located. Our home base is in Boca. Best of Boca is coming out today, and this is their summer edition of Boca Magazine for July and August. And if you can find our ad in here, we always say give us a call and win a free bag of coffee. But I think instead, give us a call any day next week, and we will get you one of the books. We have amazing authors that have been joining us throughout this week. We've got Frank Ruffolo. We've got a new book that's being launched. We've got Joe Corso in the house. So give us a call, and we will give you, I'm not even going to show you what page it's on. That page. But you see this in Boca Magazine, and we'll get you a free book. 888-994-4995, Studio A. This is definitely one of the magazines you want to keep on your coffee table through season, through summer, and just go through it. There's some great restaurants, great businesses, a whole lot of things to do in the area, and a lot of history, as well as hurricanes, but we're not going to talk about that. Anyway, let's get rock and rolling and kick off this weekend ready because we had a great segment. We had the pleasure last week of meeting Shay Beach, and she is a mom and founder of this amazing curly hair product line that's all natural, no parabens, no paraffins, nothing artificial for all kinds of hair. But when I met Shay, she also has this incredible 11-year-old daughter, entrepreneur from Sapphire. Her name is Sapphire, and she's created Sapphire Sweets.
She's 11?
She's 11. So let's welcome the ladies because before our crew eats all of the sweets, we have to do the segment because I promised afterwards they could have it. Because if you think I'm giving Bailey all of that before showtime, no. So welcome, ladies. We've got Sapphire and Shay joining us. How are you guys doing? Josh, can we get some more light on them?
Thank you so much for having us here today. We really appreciate you bringing us on. Some of you already saw my my feature on the show last week. So my name is Shay Beach, owner of Curl Distinction, and I'm going to introduce my daughter, Sapphire Williams, owner of Sapphire Sweets. Say hello.
Hi, my name is Sapphire Williams. I'm the owner of Sapphire Sweets, and I'm 11. I'm so excited to be here.
I can't believe you're 11. All right, so tell us, how did Sapphire Sweets come to be?
Well, in the beginning of this year, I wanted to start my business because I saw my mom's business, Curl Distinction, and I asked her if I could start a business. So she helped me raise some money, and she even donated $250 to my business. And we raised all the money we needed. We were gonna try to raise like $600, but we raised over that. We raised $950, and we bought the stuff we needed, the cotton candy machine, the everything else that we needed.
What is your favorite sweet to make?
The cotton candy.
The cotton candy. Well, they brought in about 6 bags of cotton candy, and in walks Bree, and in walks Kira, and in walks Bailey. And I went, can you guys share one bag so we can save the rest? Because if you think at 10:30 in the morning I'm giving our crew each bag of cotton candy before anyone went on air, I thought, no. It's the teacher in me coming back out, no.
I love cotton candy. I now want a cotton candy machine.
I know. He's always wanted a cotton candy machine and a popcorn machine, Sapphire. But you also have some chocolate-covered goodies that you make.
I have chocolate covered, right here I have chocolate covered oranges, but I have chocolate covered pineapples, chocolate covered strawberries, chocolate covered apples, and I have candied covered stuff too. I have candy covered grapes, and I have candied covered apples, and more different type of candy.
Is it fresh fruit or are they dried fruits?
They are fresh fruit.
How do they stay fresh? I guess you got to eat them, enjoy them, and move on.
Yeah.
Like the grapes and the apples and the oranges?
Well, if you want them to stay fresh, you can put them in the refrigerator or the freezer so they can stay fresh for a longer amount of time if you don't want to eat them right away.
And how'd you come up with this idea?
Well, my auntie helped me make it. I went to her house one weekend and she said that she's going to help me make some more stuff for my business. So we started making this. And just yesterday, she helped me make sure I had everything so I could make this and come and bring it.
This is so unbelievable. Shay, what did you think when, I can't believe you're 11, first of all, Sapphire, so, right? 15, 16, when your daughter says, Mom, I'm going to go into business.
I was thinking, woo, my hands are already full. That's what I was thinking, but I'm definitely going to support my daughter. One thing that I always focus on instilling in her is the importance of being independent. Nowadays, it's so important for women and girls to find the pride and self-confidence to step out on their own and make their own way and just believe in themselves. So I really was excited, and I just kind of started brainstorming with her, like, what do you like? Because nobody wants to be stuck doing something that they don't enjoy. And kids love candy, especially cotton candy, so it was kind of like a no-brainer. And she's looking to expand even more so. In the future, she wants to open her own bakery. So you want to tell us about that, Sapphire?
Sure. So when I'm 18, I want to open my own bakery and make baked goods, make my homemade cotton candy, and I want to give back to the community by giving out free bake lessons to kids who want to learn how to bake.
How about adults? Can I take a free baking lesson?
Uh-huh.
I think I'd even like to make overnight oats. So there's a whole lot of things. What grade are you in?
6.
You're going into 6?
Yeah.
Are you going to a new school?
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
A little nervous.
What do your friends think? Imagine starting a business in 5th grade.
Impressive.
Right? Mm-hmm. What's your top selling sweet?
My cotton candy.
Does it have a special flavor to it? We're going to have to try it.
Well, I have different types of flavors. I have blue raspberry. I have strawberry. I have vanilla. I have
grape.
Yeah, I have
pineapple.
grape, pineapple, and other ones.
And where do you sell this?
Well, I usually go to vendor events and I will sell my products there.
What cotton candy do you have here?
Well, right here I have the strawberry and the blue raspberry.
And you have a whole lot of goodies there covered in chocolate. I think I'm going to try the blue raspberry.
Yeah, blue raspberry is kind of like her bestseller when it comes to the cotton candy.
All right, can you pass it over?
Yes.
It's really cool because the products are not perishable. So when we had our lemonade stand growing up, right? Everybody had a lemonade stand. You put ice in it, and then you wonder why it didn't taste good because all the ice melted. Yeah, it was a cup of water. And nobody wanted to give you 50 cents for a cup of water like that. But this you can put on a cooler, right? And it's not perishable.
Absolutely. The cotton candy, she always makes it either the same day of her events or the night before. That way it's fresh for her customers. The cotton candy could last up to a week in the bag, but we want it to be fresh so that her customers can really enjoy it. So It's definitely her top seller. But the chocolate-covered fruits, oh my goodness, people just love those. Chocolate-covered strawberries, chocolate-covered oranges, chocolate-covered pineapples. Those are some really big hits.
When was the last time you, as adults, had cotton candy? Right?
Playland,
But you remember,
1986.
like, you just take it out, and then it kind of gets squishy, and it melts in your mouth. And then you got to have more because
Dawn eats with her fingers.
it's
So
really
she starts
funny.
playing with the food with her hands.
What did I tell you today when you did your show about your hands?
To keep my hands up on the table.
No, I told you to use your hands, right?
Yeah, use them and move them.
Because she was going to keep her hands on her lap, and I said, nope. And I told her the story about when I first started working with you. This is amazing. It's light and fluffy, as people say. This is awesome.
Cotton candy. We used to go Playland or Palisades or something. We used to get
You want
cotton
some?
candy all the time.
This is unbelievable. So I told her that people look at your hands, especially kids. They want to know what you're selling, what it sounds like, what it tastes like. Our crew is probably ready to yell at me right now on my mic. But that's what engages everyone. They get to see you on TV. Do you have a favorite to make?
I usually like to make.
I think her favorite to make is the cotton candy. Because she's always like, I need a extra large bag for myself when I'm done.
Do you take like you see in the carnivals and it's just like that? Does it take up your whole house?
No, it's a small table. It fits right there.
You want to get one?
Yeah.
It's a pretty big unit. She has a commercial cotton candy machine, so it's pretty big, pretty large. And it takes quite a bit of time. So she sometimes, when she's preparing for her events, she may be making cotton candy for 4 or 5 hours straight.
You know, the best thing about cotton candy is when you're making it the way it smells.
Oh, yeah, it smells
It
so
fills
good.
the whole room. Same thing with popcorn.
Yep.
When you make popcorn, we used to have a popcorn machine. It didn't belong to us, but the guy lent it to us. And I didn't care about eating it. I cared about smelling it and how it sounded.
But I ate it every day.
And you ate all of it.
I ate it every day. Sapphire, how do people get in touch with you if they want to order it?
Well, they can get in touch with me either on my Facebook or my email or by number.
What's your Facebook or your Facebook page?
My Facebook page is Sapphire Sweets.
So that's SAPPHIRES and her email is sapphiresweetsllc@gmail.com.
Oh, you've got a whole LLC.
She's on the way there, so we need to
Wow.
get that email position before it was taken by someone
Wow.
else.
Good for you. Congratulations. Well, you have to stay in touch with us. Her show airs tomorrow on our kids' television network. I think I'm going to air it at, I got to see what time the cartoons are. What's your favorite time to watch TV?
Anytime.
Anytime? You pick a time, and that's what time we're going to air it. So you can let
Okay.
your friends know that they can watch out for it. So before you leave, you let me know what time you want to air that.
Okay.
So more information. This candy is incredible. Where's your next vending event?
Well,
she has her next event August 27th at the Boynton Beach Mall. So she'll be doing a vendor event inside of there, and you'll be able to come get a variety of treats. She'll have a lot more than what you see here. This is just kind of like her best sellers, but she'll have her whole selection, and she's also looking to do parties as well. So if you're in Palm Beach County, you're having a kids party, any type of event, and you would like to support a kid entrepreneur and have her come out and make her fresh cotton candy in person, go ahead and give her an email or a call and we'll arrange that.
Fantastic.
In the Boynton Beach Mall. I never even been a vendor in the Boynton Beach Mall.
Well, you can't have any of this, but you can certainly
I want to
take
be
your
a vendor in the
grandsons.
Boynton Beach Mall.
You want to be a vendor?
Yes.
Okay. Sell the
That's
coffee then.
impressive. I sold lemonade in front of my building with a box.
See, that's a whole new generation.
Wow.
So check out the Kids Television Network tomorrow. You can find her on Facebook at Sapphire Sweets. You can send her an email, or you can always contact us right here at the cafe. It is time, as I say, to let our friends have some more candy. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we've got It All Starts With You. We've got Joe Corso, we've got Lynn, we've got Louise, and a great big show. And of course, Kenny Love, I'm sure, will be stopping by to spread some love for the 4th of July with J.C. Dreesen. Stay tuned.
Breathing through my troubles, trying to be smart, living with another, passion in my heart, partners come and go, always with a twirl.
Providing music you will enjoy. JM Production performers will brighten up your stage. Condominiums and residential communities, nightclubs and restaurants that want to provide top quality singers and entertainers for their social events, banquets, celebrations, and their customers use JM Productions to ensure that they have an uplifting and beautiful event. Now, tune in for the show.
Dancing for my life.
Amy Reshevsky can help you choose the right piece that will add some magic to your space. Amy Reshevsky has a wide range of art, from abstracts to mosaic tapestries, and she paints on different surfaces, such as reverse painting on glass, tables, wall hangings, and sculptures. Her work can be ordered online at amyreshevsky.com, or you can come in and see it in real time at the Brooklyn Cafe Art Gallery. She also does commission work, so if you have an idea in mind, she can make it a reality. She invites you to reach out to her at Facebook or at email at amyreshevsky@gmail.com. That's amyreshevsky@gmail.com. Have an artful day. Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40-plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come on down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
Has your heater busted, computer crashed, appliance broken? Then you need ARW Home.
Life's been pretty worry-free since I got covered with ARW Home. Don't waste thousands of dollars on air conditioning, appliance repair, and replacements. Save that money with ARW Home. Protection plans that cover household appliances, systems, and electronics.
My air conditioning broke on a Sunday. I called ARW and they came out and fixed it right away.
Get your free quote today. Call or go to arwhome.com now.
Call 877-281-0289.
Hey travelers, everybody wants cheap airfares, but where can you find them? You call Smart Fares. Our prices are direct from the airlines and they're so low they're not published anywhere. Smart Fares specializes in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rentals, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, Smart Fares can help you get there cheaply and with the best price guarantee. If you want the absolute lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call us right now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these low rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the lowest rates available. So don't wait. Call Smart Fares right now for the best price guaranteed. Save up to 50% off business and first class. We've got great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 855-828-0198. That's 855-828-0198. 855-828-0198.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
How was that?
It was almost a groovy song. I don't know what
What
to
was
tell you.
that?
I don't know.
We should have had someone play the piano.
Oh, and who would that be? We're actually gonna get over and talk to the ladies.
Oh, Josh, you play the piano too, Josh.
You do?
Everybody's
Guitar,
She's He's
She's was really good. All right, we got to get this party rocking and rolling. You ready to head
Let's
over
go
and
to
talk
3.
to Jeffrey and
Yes.
see? We've got Jeffrey and our good friend Joe Corso in the house. It's been a little bit since we've seen Joe. Jeffrey, I have to thank you in person for the amazing opportunity you gave us on Sunday to meet a lot of the kids from our foster care system in South Florida at Temple Colamy Emmanuel. It was so much fun. These kids, I heard Linda say she wanted to adopt 2 of them already. She goes,
She came over to me and said that.
She
I
says,
said,
there's
what?
2, right? I said, oh my gosh. The little ones were so unbelievably adorable, and the older ones were helping everyone, mentoring, and what a really great, great group of people from everywhere. What communities did you have? I know you had JAFCO. Did you have SOS also?
Yeah, we had SOS Village. We had Kids in Distress, JAFCO, and ChildNet.
How many kids total?
About 110.
Wow. And the food was amazing. Everyone was cooking. Our Paul Solomon did not expect to be on this big fire pit when he got there, but he did a great job. I saw some longtime friends, and you got to meet the rabbi.
Yes, spoke to him in Spanish, and he told me I could put mayo on anything I want.
Yes, he told Freddie he can put mayo on his, I don't want to say meat, but on your meat, because it's
Roast
not
beef.
It's not made with milk. Mayonnaise is made with eggs, he said, so it's just more protein, so go for it.
And I was always told I couldn't do that. So I went to the Jewish deli with a jar of mayonnaise. I said, give me the sandwich, and I'm going to put it on. He said, oh, you can't have that yet. I said, you want to talk to the rabbi? You should have seen the looks I got.
So it was really a great event, so thank you for having us.
Well, we want to thank you guys for showing up and helping serve. It was really a big help.
It was
And
a
the
lot of
kids-
fun. Then
That was fun.
Unfortunately, you guys made it to the game. I didn't.
Wow.
But, you know, because we had 2 vans show up as I was pulling out of the lot to go down to the stadium. And, of course, I had to put the food back out and the condiments and everything. So it was too late for me to go down. But you guys, as I said, on the show you did Monday about it, you were a comedy routine. I couldn't believe what I was laughing. I almost fell out my chair.
It wasn't so funny when we kept
I'm
getting
glad you
stuck
found
in
it
the
so funny.
drawbridge, though.
I had Ajita and an Elsa.
You and the drawbridge and the
Oh, my
dogs.
God. Who
You know
builds
what he
a
tells me?
stadium?
It goes up every 30 minutes.
Who the hell puts a stadium by a drawbridge? Not 1, not 2, but 3. Who does that?
Every street we were on
ridiculous.
was a drawbridge. I know.
And then the parking, I got to tell you, and the way you get in and out of that stadium, 1 door for 5,000 people. What she said?
It was terrible.
It's horrible.
But
When you
And
have
the
when you
dogs?
have 30 or 40,000 in a stadium, it's hard to get out. It takes you a while to get out.
The dogs. Who takes dogs the size of mules to a baseball
it was
game?
a bark in the
Well,
park.
the Marlins have twice a year. They do take your favorite dog to the ballpark.
I thought it was a date or something.
Huh?
I thought it was a date. Take the dog to the park, a date.
Yeah, it is.
Beautiful
I mean,
dogs.
you bring
It's a real dog.
yeah,
Real dog.
and you got
They were
Great Danes down to the little
Great
Chihuahuas.
Danes. They had elephants. And these dogs got to go.
He goes all the time, he said,
He goes all the time.
to the stadium.
You do? No.
What?
You go all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
go
it-
down 4 or 5 times a year to that stadium.
4 or 5 times. I'm never going again.
You'll go.
I
When the
almost
Mets
didn't
are in
make it
town,
out of
you'll
that
go
place.
again.
And you take an elevator, zip, that holds 5 people maybe, 60 people jump into this elevator to get into the floors for the parking. I said, this is like COVID City. This is where it originates from.
I gotta tell you, I would never be so grateful that I had COVID last month than I was going in the elevators and being with 20,000 people. I'm like, all right, we've got about another 6 weeks that you and I are still good on.
Me and the dogs are trying to get out of the stadium through one door. That size. 50,000 people through that door. Do you know where it's like?
hyperventilate around a lot of
You've
people.
been to that?
You're talking about the parking lot, not
Yes.
the stadium,
No,
right?
I'm talking about the stadium itself. You been there?
I've been to that stadium, but I had the same experience in Tampa. A couple of weeks ago, I went to the Tampa Bay Rays
The game?
stadium
Yeah.
because I saw the Yankees play.
Oh,
That's
forget
who I
about
was
it.
going for,
That was
the
packed.
Yankees. But there's one door
One door.
for like thousands of people.
That's right.
It was crazy. Who designs the? It had to have been a man that designed
Look,
these.
I use the
A white man,
ramps.
probably, right?
I use the ramps. Forget the elevators. I go the ramp.
Jeffrey, that's a lot of walking. I'm walking up the ramp, and I'm thinking, I don't know how Freddie and Linda are going to make it up here. And then
Wait
we
a
get
minute.
there, and I go, then they got to do the stairs, and then we go up the
You
stairs.
gotta
and
use
then
the
down
ramp.
stairs.
It's easier going down than up.
You got to use the
walked?
ramp.
He
But wait a
walked
minute.
to
Hold
that
on.
stadium?
Huh?
He walks out
Ah,
of the
yeah,
stadium?
I haven't seen them there. They had the kids that run around the stadium dash, right?
Right.
So they put a fence up. So now this ramp turns into this ramp. So now we're all squeezing to the left because they got all the kids that are
And
going
then
to
you
run.
got the dogs that are stopping in every garbage
And
can.
then you have the
on the way. So
elephantitis.
you got the dogs in the garbage cans, you got the kids going there, and then you got 20,000 people going like this, right?
You know how we were moving? We were shuffling our feet.
So
It
Chuck
was the
says,
funniest thing I've
Chuck
ever seen.
says, follow me. And
Oh,
he
that was
takes off.
funny.
And then Freddie goes,
So
I'm like
typical.
10 feet back because they're taking off and they're leading the path, and there I am.
It was a lot of fun.
It
I
was
got
a
to tell
whole
you,
lot
it
of
was
fun,
a good
so
cause.
we thank you.
It was a good
It's
cause.
a good mitzvah, they say.
It's good, and you know, anytime you need us to do something like that, I mean, I don't have to go to
Anytime.
the game. I can stay. I can stay behind for the next one.
Be with the kids, but any time, it was such a pleasure to be a part of it, and we thank you so much for asking us.
Well, we appreciate you showing up.
It was
Joe,
fun.
what have you got going on?
Well, Joe just finished his 15th version of the Starlight Club.
Wow.
And
15.
so
I put Jeffrey in this one.
You put Jeffrey in it?
I'm in this one. My wife's in this one. I happen to be a judge in this book.
You're a judge?
Yeah. I'm a hanging judge, right? I'm a hanging judge.
Look at
Tough
him.
judge.
Look, he's all excited. He's all excited.
Jeffrey is looking to get a movie out of this book. This is the first Starlight Club book.
Of course he is. He's in it.
Yeah. And
No, I wasn't. I'm not in the first one.
And this is the 15th one. It's the last one I
That's
just
amazing.
finished. But you look at the advent of sound, and you had what Public Enemy, Little Caesar with Edward G. Robinson. You had Scarface, and then later on, you always had a good mob picture. And right now, with The Sopranos gone, Godfather passed, Goodfellas over, there's a niche for, I think, a good fictitious historical mob book, and that's what Jeffrey and I are looking
15
for.
books. How long have you been writing?
I started right when I was 75.
And you're how old now?
I'm 87 now.
87. Unbelievable. 15 books in 12 years. Where is your
87.
book?
Where's my book? At 87, I can't even think what a book is.
Did you see the longest living and longest working flight attendant was just honored? She's 86 years old. She has been a flight attendant for like 40, how many years? It was like 56 years. I mean, she must have
Wow.
started really, really young, and she's still flying between
Amazing. I
DC
didn't
and
see
New
it.
York corridor. She's 86. She looks unbelievable. I think that's it. The key to longevity is always working, so you should always work with me. The key to longevity.
Anyway, so will there be a 16th?
On what?
Another book?
Yeah, well, I just finished the 15th. It's a series. I write in different genres. This genre I only meant this book to be a standalone book, never to write another one, but people told me that they like the characters, and most of them are real in the book, that people I've met in my life. and some I liked, some I didn't like, but they all had fabulous names, and I loved the names. For Trenchy, for example, I loved that name, and he served 10 years in jail. I don't know what he did, but he was married to a very, very fine woman, and I couldn't figure that one out. And she had 4 sisters that loved him like a brother, but I put him in my book, and I had somebody else by the name of Jimmy the Hat. I met him once. I didn't really.
You knew Jimmy the Hat?
I met him once. I just liked his name. I didn't like the. I don't want to say anything. He still might be alive, but.
Well, the Starlight Club really originated when they took Joe's father on the bar in the Bronx, right?
Queens.
Queens, and that turned into the Starlight Club.
Yeah, he had it was a strange bar. It was like an old Western bar with a long bar. There was an anteroom and an office, but there was a ballroom that was never used. It held 300 people, and I liked the idea of that, and I put this in the book. Only I made that ballroom the basis for the Starlight Club. I made the Starlight Club something that was an international, well-known landmark, and everybody wanted to go to it in the book, anyway, you know. And
Josh, you turn off the fan, please.
I passed it recently, and I was very disappointed. It's now a Cuban sandwich shop. I don't know what they did to the back room there, but it was interesting characters passed in and out of that place, and it was a neighborhood bar, but really interesting characters, and I kept note of who they were, and I gave them a spot in the book, and so that's
How's
where
it
I'm at
feel,
with that.
Jeffrey, to be in a book?
Pardon me?
Jeffrey, how's it feel to be in a book?
Jeffrey.
I haven't made any money off of it yet.
Here he goes.
I'm waiting for
It's
my.
not all about
I'm waiting
money.
for my.
What is wrong
I'm
with
waiting
you?
for my residuals.
It's not all about the residual. You're in a book.
Are you in a book as a music producer, or are you in a book as...
No, I'm actually a judge in the
You're
book.
the hanging judge.
He's a character.
I'm a character in the book.
I asked
But-
him first. I said, "Would you want to be in the book?" I said, "I have a part that I'm writing," and he, yeah, put me in. So I put him in. It's a character that it's a recovering character. Tongue tied. Where if I come across a part that fits him again, I can bring him in. You know. But right now he's appeared in 2 books, and this is the second one. And I don't know if I'm going to bring him in anymore. But if the story calls for it, it's a good character.
Now, do you base the character on his personality? How do you base that Jeffrey's in the book?
No, I didn't. Jeffrey's a tough judge in this book, and he's not a tough guy in real life. I mean, he may be tough in business, but the judge was a no-nonsense judge that ruled on basis of the law. Whether you were a bad guy or a good guy, he didn't care. It's what you did, you know. And I thought it was a like-minded character. Jeffrey fitted, so I put him in.
How do people get your books?
You can get it on Amazon. You can log on to my website, which is corsobooks.com, and just tap on the picture, and it'll take you to the Amazon sales page. But you can email me, too, and I'll get one out to you. But that's more expensive.
Oh, you
that
call
way.
Jeffrey. You make sure
He saw us when we were down at Temple. Like, you've been to Temple a
A
lot
TV
lately.
series is what I'm looking for.
What we're thinking about doing, if not a movie, we're thinking about doing a mini series. So, like, book 1 would be the first year, book 2 would be the second year, book 3, and so forth.
The
That
book's
means you
going to
got another
outlive me.
15 years left in you guys.
Pardon me?
You have another 15 years to do this?
I'm running out of time. We better do it soon.
You gotta
Jeffrey,
send-
maybe
send
you
it
should
to
do more
Netflix.
than 1 book in a year.
Jeffrey,
Maybe
you
we
got to
should
send
do-
it. Send it to Netflix.
Maybe we should do like 1 a month.
Send it to who?
Netflix.
We have.
See what they tell you.
We've done the Netflix. We've sent it to Wandery for selling. Warner Brothers has got it. They're looking at it, but it takes time. You know.
I got someone for you to meet. You know Frank Ruffolo? You know Frank?
I've heard the name.
So he was on this week. He lives down in Sunrise. And he's written 12 books, I think. He
Very
left us
interesting.
He left us all of his books that we're going to do some giveaways with. Interesting man, he and his wife.
Well, Joe's got like 40 now some books.
Yeah, I've written, I think, 8 time travel books.
Joe has a library.
7 or 8 westerns. I have some fire stories that
He's a library.
from my time on the fire department.
All right, check it out on Amazon. You can find all of Joe's books, the latest edition of the Starlight Club, number 15, or you can go to joecorso.com. You can find the books on his website. They can't hear me over there. We're going to take a commercial break.
CorsoBooks.com.
I'm sorry?
CorsoBooks.com.
CorsoBooks.com or on Amazon. What it is, Freddie?
Corso.
Corso?
Books.
Spell it?
Dot.
Com.
I can spell dot.
CorsoBooks.com or on Amazon.com. When we come back, we're going to talk to Eileen Lemmelman. It all starts with you and Jacqueline Beck, and then we've got more books to talk about. So stay tuned. Give us a call at the studio. Let us know how you're spending your 4th of July weekend. Look, I got all the stars out.
I got an idea.
888-994-4995, Studio A, and we'll be right back.
Do you need a strong cup of coffee to get you through your day? Try your very own Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. You can pick up a bag from us, or 2. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422. For no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
I'm Heidi Wild, and the only moisturizer I use on my skin is Javon's Desired Radiance. Javon's quality starts with producing the goat milk of the blue herd. It could make your skin look and feel younger and more radiant, just like mine. And now, there's a Javon's Desired Radiance for men, too. Order now and find out for yourself at javon.com.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now.
Call 800-651-4808.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
A French court on Wednesday handed a life sentence to the lone survivor of the Islamic squad that killed 130 people in a night of carnage across Paris. David Alexander reports.
Salah Abdeslam was found guilty on terrorism and murder charges, with no possibility of early release, the most severe criminal sentence possible in France and one handed out only 4 times previously. 19 other men judged for helping organize the November 2015 attacks that targeted the Bataclan Music Hall, 6 bars and restaurants and the Stade de France sports stadium were also all found guilty.
U.S. President Joe Biden pledged more American troops, warplanes, and warships in Europe as NATO agreed the biggest strengthening of its deterrence since the Cold War in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Harry Michaels reports.
Biden's commitment at the Madrid summit to defend every inch of Allied territory came as the US-led military alliance also set in motion a new plan to reinforce the Baltic states and Poland against any future Russian attack.
Ketanji Brown Jackson, picked by President Joe Biden to become the first black woman on the U.S. Supreme Court, was sworn in to begin serving a lifetime job on Thursday.
That I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I'm about to enter.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
President Vladimir Putin on Wednesday said that Russia would respond in kind if NATO deployed troops and infrastructure in Finland and Sweden after they joined the U.S.-led military alliance. He stated they must understand that there was no threat before, while now, if military contingents and infrastructure are deployed there, we will have to respond in kind and create the same threats for the territories from which threats towards us are created. This is the latest news headlines. At least 700 firefighters are battling the Rice Fire in Northern California, where on Wednesday hundreds of residents have been evacuating their homes.
Till the end of June. And so while we may be one of the fewer larger fires in the region right now, I think we're going to see a trend for Northern California to start to see more large fires. And we have a long summer ahead of us. So getting good, solid containment on this fire and not having an issue that's going to run into July is a number one concern.
R&B singer R. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years in prison Wednesday, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of New York, following his conviction last year on federal racketeering and sex trafficking charges, stemming from his efforts over years to use his fame to ensnare victims he sexually abused. Prosecutors had asked the judge to sentence 55-year-old Kelly to more than 25 years behind bars, while his defense attorneys asked for 10 years or fewer. A member of the Federal Communications Commission is renewing calls for Apple and Google to remove TikTok from their app stores, citing national security concerns surrounding TikTok's Chinese-based parent company, ByteDance. FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr described ByteDance as beholden to the Chinese government and requiring by law to comply with Chinese government surveillance demands. A Virginia father died by an apparent suicide after finding his son dead inside his hot car, authorities said. It appears the father accidentally left the 18-month-old inside the car for at least 3 hours on Tuesday, leading to the child's death, Lieutenant Colonel Christopher Hensley of the Chesterfield Police Department said in a news conference. Officers went into the home where they found the dead 18-month-old boy, he said. As officers continued to check the perimeter, they found the father dead in the woods from an apparent gunshot wound, he said. And that's the latest news headlines. Have a happy 4th of July. I'm Alan Edwards.
The soothing music.
That was
Excellent.
Jacqueline Beck joining us. She was on Eileen's show. She going to play or she going to join Eileen on set?
She's going to sit over there. We're going to chit-chat with her a little bit.
Jacqueline Beck, and she was a guest today on It All Starts With You on Eileen Lemelman's show. And Eileen is now their mentor of so many great shows that we do. I've got people wanting to come meet her.
Excellent.
Say, how does she do it? What does she do? So many amazing things. And Eileen, she just gets better and better. We're just setting the camera for you. We got camera, we got lights, we got things all over the place. Josh is like, I need this mic. Jeffrey, Joe left. The ladies left, but I'm excited to be putting together something for the Kids Television Network. I told
Yes.
Bailey she's going to be animating.
It's funny,
Sapphire, I
you
think.
and me, we got two different ideas with the same people, but it's going to work. You're going to have the mom and the daughter do a co-host gig, and you're going to have the daughter doing something separately because she has a lot of different attributes, which is really nice. But I really love Eileen's show today because, you know, you always talk to people and you say, do you? And they say, yes, I do. Now, when you tell me, yes, I do, you're telling me, let's go do it. So her guest told me today that she plays the piano. Now I find out that she sings. Now I find out that she actually is pretty freaking good.
Pretty freaking.
Eileen, your show gets better and better. And you make it so, for us, you make it so easy now. The crew knows what they're doing. We actually had 2 studios running at the same time here today.
Yes.
Oh, really?
It was, yeah, because we had Sapphire in there, and you were here. The crew was running that, and it was all done simultaneously, and just like a fine, well-oiled machine. It was amazing.
You know, the more you do it, right? The more, and now I'm getting more experience, so I know exactly what to tell the crew. And yeah, today's show was awesome. Jacqueline Beck was really just so inspiring and so knowledgeable and so also entertaining.
How did you meet?
Yeah, how'd you meet her?
How did we meet?
We met through Susan Winograd. So my physical therapist actually put me in touch with Eileen.
Pelvic core?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, the pelvic floor therapist. Oh, I didn't realize
We're
it was
putting it all out there
Susan.
today. Today's full of surprises.
Nothing's a secret
Yes,
anymore.
no. That's awesome, though.
Oh, I didn't realize it was Susan Winograd. Thank you, Susan. So, yeah, this was amazing.
It was incredible. And we were putting your commercial together, so I always get a bird's eye view of who Eileen's guests are. You do executive level coaching, leadership coaching?
Correct. So my business, there's 3 prongs to it. The first is executive and leadership coaching. So if people want to be a leader that people want to follow, right? They want to make smarter, faster decisions. I work with ambitious people who are smart to begin with that just need some clarity and direction. The second is career coaching. So people who are at a unique point or transition point even in their careers. And then the third is what I call strategic advisory, which is a blend of coaching and consulting services, which effectively aligns people, strategy, and process within an organization to get them to reach their goals.
Now, your background is in Wall Street and finance.
It is. So I spent 13 plus years on Wall Street. I worked in real estate private equity. I am a spreadsheet person. I was an investor. I raised capital. I was in fund management. And I was telling Eileen earlier, I was always drawn to this because I'm a natural problem solver. Clearly, I'm not shy. And I would always be the squeaky wheel going to management saying, here's a problem, this is how to fix it, let me do it. And they did. And I just think my whole life has been leading up to this point. And now here I am, and I've gone off on my own and formalized what I always did informally.
But this is different. You're not doing spreadsheets for other people. You're not raising capital in that sense. You're empowering other people to level up their
Exactly.
leadership in their business.
Exactly. You know, what I observed, and, you know, this was in finance, but it's really in any industry. It's in technology, it's in the medical profession as well, is that so many technical leaders get promoted into management and realize what they like doing is the doing. They're great doers, but when it comes to managing teams, leading organizations, the human element is often dismissed as a soft skill. When the reality is, it's the secret sauce to making an organization thrive. Keeping your people happy, keeping your people motivated and inspired and doing great work is what's going to drive bottom line profitability. And so investing in your people is just good business.
I mean, so many questions that you and I talk about all the time is how do you do that?
In what way?
How do you keep your team motivated? Because it's not always money.
It's not.
It's not. It's not money. They've done studies that show that money is not what motivates people. You know, that's not really what makes people feel very valued and want to do more in a company. It's about noticing the strengths and acknowledging it and really validating it and letting people know that they're doing a great job and that you appreciate it.
Yeah, and I would ask you to imagine a time that you were in a company, right? You've probably worked for great managers. You've probably worked for managers that left something to be desired. And the best managers really come from a human element. It really starts with empathy, and it starts with emotional intelligence, which is this really big buzzword these days. But it's really about being able to connect with people on a personal level, find out what motivates them, and then adhere your words, your actions, your behaviors to propelling that forward. And that's also what I love about what I do is it's no one-size-fits-all solution. It's completely customized, and everybody is different.
You work with companies, individuals, onto everybody?
Yeah, I work with both. So companies would hire me to work with their talent. Individuals would hire me to take control of their own professional development if they're not getting it from their organization. So I like to put it in 3 categories. People would say, you know, I feel stuck in my career and I want to accelerate. The second is, you know, I'm starting this new position. I'm at this great career transition point. I need guidance in making the decisions, having clarity, coming up with a plan, and really setting myself or my people up for success in this new role. And then the third is, you know, my team isn't performing at its best. Something's wrong. I don't know what it is, but something has to work out here. So let's figure it out and come up with a solution.
And she's got this great 3-pronged, you know, approach to doing that. Would you share that, please?
Yeah, of course. So I like to be a little kitschy, so it's 3 C's: clarify, collaborate, and commit. So clarify is where we go in, we assess, we get really clear on where a person or an organization is and where they want to be. And I find that a lot of people don't take the time to do step 1. A lot of people are on what I call career or organizational autopilot. I was for a very long time. Step 2 is once we get a very clear A and B, where you are and where you want to go, we come up with ideas collaboratively to get you there. And then the third prong is commit, which is really going in, implementing, seeing what's working, what's not, refining, and continuing the process until you get where you want to go.
It's really interesting.
I got to tell you, you know, sometimes when people come in here, I'll ask them, do they sing, put them on karaoke, or whatever, because I like to push people out of their element. And my guy, she threw me a curveball today. She said, let's do it. Like, nonchalant. I got to ask, you're doing what you're doing, which is something you always wanted to do, but you can do anything. I mean, you could you could be a CFO, CEO at a company on Wall Street. You have the goods. You're a 5-star player, is what they call it.
Thank you. That's very kind.
But you can tell. I
Absolutely.
mean, there's those that follow and those. Michael Jordan, to me, was the greatest because he couldn't teach the game. He could only play the game. But you have the other ability to teach it and play it. Why away from what happened from Wall Street?
You know, I had this sneaking suspicion that it wasn't where I was meant to be. And I was telling Eileen earlier, I grew up in a household that it sounds like you know very well, doctor, lawyer, banker. Those were my only 3 options. I was expected to go to a great school, graduate, get a great job, make a lot of money, and you know that would be nirvana, that would be success. And I did all that. I went to a great school. I got a great job on Wall Street. I was making good money, and it never felt right. And I was very fortunate to be at an organization that gave me a tremendous amount of opportunity. So I was able to jump around the group in terms of trying different things to see what fit, and nothing quite fit. And when I reflect on my favorite things that I did in my career on Wall Street, it really was about the people. And the frustrations I had was the focus on the numbers and the dismissiveness of the people. Right, and that's not to say there aren't wonderful people and well-intentioned people. You know, I joke, bad leadership can happen to good people. And it's just about being intentional and taking time. And Eileen and I were talking about the Great Resignation and saying how this is a great reassessment for so many people who are deciding, what do I want out of my life? What do I want out of my career? And I think that's true, because it took me into my 30s to stop and think what I really wanted.
Wow. Took her into her 30s.
Eileen, well into her 30s.
Well, you know, we were talking about that transition, that transformation that so many people either want to do or don't even know that they want to do or are kind of stuck, happens at any age. And so, guess what? Jacqueline's going to be on the radio next week with Patty Shotwell, because we're going to have two different demographics. We're going to have the retirement specialist, where you need to reassess at that age, but we also have the younger woman who's really going through different stages of her life, whether she's deciding to, start her own business or deciding to have a child and how that's going to affect her life in business, or whether, whatever age, I don't think it really matters. It's about the issue, which is, how do I transform? How do I transition? And how do I step into my place that feels so good? That's really the bottom line.
It's an amazing story. It's amazing where you've been, where you're going, and God only knows where you're going to end up. Do you have an idea of where you're going, what you want, and can you see it? Do you understand where it's going?
To the moon. It's going to be everything. We're going to have Jacqueline Beck Enterprises.
That's right. Exactly.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you, I can see it.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't put money against it at all.
I know. I'm
It's
investing
kinda
in
scary.
Jacqueline Beck Enterprises today.
I appreciate that.
100%, because you can see it. And what I'm so intrigued by your young age is that there's so many that are trying to pay their bills, but everyone's stressed out. But the economy right now is so hard that, many of our crew have 2-3 jobs just to bring the income in. I can't tell you it's everything they want to be doing, but they need the money because they've got bills to pay like everybody else. So how, and I'm not asking you a question, but that you're able to synthesize and say, I'm going to step into what I love to do and I know the money will come, versus I need the money to come and then I'm going to step into what I want to do.
Well, I think two things about that. First of all, I'm in a fortunate position where I'm able to do that. The other thing is, I think with anything, it comes back to prioritization. And sometimes getting that clarity is step one to a mindset shift. And sometimes it's not that you have to change what you're doing, but you have to change how you're relating to what you're doing.
That's right, the perspective.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's so hard to teach. People drown in their own drown because they think they don't know any better. But we all have the ability, if you stop and you listen. I'm just floored. This is like unbelievable. Your show every week is teaching me something.
I have a three-pronged approach.
Of course you do.
To what we're talking about. And one is setting intentions. Set intentions every day, right? It's different than goals, which are future-oriented. Intentions are mindful, present, and in the moment.
Right.
Number two, take action. I know it could be scary, but move. You gotta move. You gotta take a step. And number three, practice gratitude every day. So that's how we're practicing the perspective and the mindset. That three-pronged approach is gonna help you move forward in life.
Did you hear what she said?
Gratitude, mindset, yes.
No.
Intention.
Action, and gratitude.
Number two. Remember two.
Actions? Who's not taking action?
No, when we first met her. Taking action.
Oh, well. Let me tell you about this one. This one has totally changed. She is the perfect transformation. Because when we first met, our conversation was, I will never forget where we were sitting, what's my ROI? And I had said to her, because she was in a fortunate position where, not that I know what anyone's bank account is, but what she was going to do was not going to put her on the streets or not. So I said, maybe ROI at this point in life isn't about money. And she kept saying, what's my ROI? And the conversation went round and round and round until she comes back to us a few years later, and here she sits with a new perspective on ROI, but yet, oh my gosh, look at you, lady. You are the mentor for so many people with what you've achieved.
Thank you.
Now she's rebranding, by the way. Did you notice?
Of
She's got
course
new
she is.
logos.
Of
She's got a
course she is.
website.
But look at the people
was
that she surrounds
Was that
herself
a
with.
change in perspective, a change of intention? What was the shift for you?
Yeah, I think it was. It was a change of perspective and also, you know, just starting to really get into just loving what I'm doing and knowing that what I'm doing is serving. It's serving people. I mean, that's really what gets us going, is when we don't make it about the ROI, but we make it about serving others, then it's a win-win.
And I just want to say that was such a beautiful parallel, by the way, to what goes on in the minds of so many managers and organizations. What do you mean I need to invest in my people? What's my ROI, right? How am I going to see this affect the bottom line? And the reality is you can, because when you invest in people's development, which culture is no longer let's go out and get drunk on a Thursday night. It's how am I going to develop myself professionally and personally and grow to reach my potential. When you think about that in an organization, it pays dividends in terms of attracting and retaining top talent, keeping that knowledge in-house, and getting off the hamster wheel of hiring, training, and then leaving, hiring, training, leaving, so that you can't focus on growth and scalability.
But not everyone, which I find interesting, wants to be a leader in the capacity of a leader. They're very happy doing the work and what they're really good at, but they don't necessarily want to lead. So as in a business or an employer, when you've got great talent, you're thinking, all right, I want to move you up to management. You're going to be great. And your employee is thinking, I don't want management. I'm very happy doing what I'm doing. That's a different mindset for the head of the company.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
I also just want to add that we have to define leadership also, because leader doesn't always mean running a division or running a company or running a group, right? You could be a leader just doing your job.
That's what you got to do.
I agree 100%. And for me, this all comes down to what is your individual definition of success, right?
I love everything about you guys. I mean, I'm blown away by this whole segment.
You should have seen when I said, come and play the piano. She said, yeah. I said, that's not normal.
I'm having a blast. I'm going to be here every week, guys.
She says, that's not.
Yay.
And then she sings. So she wants to come back and sing. I said, this ain't normal.
Eileen,
What's
your
going on
guests, I can't even come up with the words. You inspire Jeffrey every week. Freddie was talking to me about coming another day, and I'm thinking, he goes, I don't want to come another day. I think Jeffrey likes coming when you're here. Because you inspire not only women, and not only women in a different age bracket, like yours or mine, younger women, men, our kids. I mean, they get better on your board every week because it's not always what you say to people, not you, but people. It's how people say things. So you can say something and Kenny can say something, but the way you deliver the information is going to be two different ways and perceived two different ways. And it's the delivery of how you deliver the information that is so always kind and compassionate and giving.
Well, thank you so much.
And for us as a production house, it's a pleasure to work with you and everyone you bring in, and you can see how it flows better. When someone comes in and they put a wall in front of me, I don't want to talk for you, and they do this, 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 and this, and I've even talked to Kenny about this. It's very difficult to be our best because we're so busy walking on eggshells that we're our best as a business, but we're not our best in the human component of it.
Well, we're talking about being open, right? Being open to doing things maybe differently or really deferring to the experts, knowing that they've been doing this for a while, but you have to be open. You have to be able to receive, because when you do, then you open yourself up to so many opportunities. You're not limiting yourself. You're expanding yourself. Isn't that what we want?
It all starts with you.
And it's funny because some of my best deals are with people that I've had arguments with. Case in point, Atlantic Avenue. You saw that one. There's been plenty. Because I don't look at it that way. I don't look at it as walls. I don't put titles to it. What I'm feeding off is the energy behind. So when I met her, I'm like, holy smokes. And she says, yes, and let's do this. It's what she's carrying. Because when you open up that lid, same thing when I met you 5 years ago, and I begged you, forget about doing a co-host thing. Come, let's just do, and we didn't. And then it came back. It's what I sense. The only person I got to tell you in this room that I sense wrong is the guy in the red jacket, because I thought he was a nut. I'm being very honest. I thought Kenny, with his love thing, his love show, which is one of the biggest on our network, I thought he was wrong. But there's a sense of energy that you bring, and you make everybody around you better. And when you do that, when you are able to imply that energy and make everybody better, you got something going on. You could pick anything you want. You could sell hard-boiled eggs if you want. But it's going to be seen and received differently. And this is what's happening to your show right now as it's going on.
Thank you.
Where's Josh?
It's growing.
Josh, that kid over there, magician. He's playing with bands. He's teaching me different things about him that I don't even know, and I see him every day. And he's a young man who played last night with Cece. When I met Dawn, I said, come and work with me. She said, why me? I said, I don't know, why not? I had no idea. But if you look around, this is her creation. This is what her vision
That's your gift, Freddie. You can really sense and zone in on the strength, the creativity, and you get this sense of people. So that's your strength.
But I loved putting it out there and drinking from your wine of knowledge. This is what I get. This is what gets me going. It ain't about me. It's about you.
That's right.
And that's the mindset that leaders and organizations need to have.
Yes.
Because what you're talking about is empathy and emotional intelligence.
Is it?
It is. So you're way ahead of the curve.
I have words.
Empathy and emotional intelligence.
That's right.
But what you're also talking about is clarity and communication, which are
Yes.
two things that are really missing in business. And just like in therapy or anything, people have fears around being very clear to sometimes even themselves or people they're working with or living with or whatever in terms of what it is they want, and then being able to convey that message in a way that gets heard.
Well, the beauty of what you offer is it's not only the fear, it's the tools. Sometimes they don't even have the tools to communicate effectively. And so when you step in, you're going to help them. This is how we communicate effectively.
Exactly. And a lot of the work I do is around managing up or how to have difficult conversations, influencing conversations, negotiating, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I love all that you do. How do people find you?
So you can find me on my website, which is www.jacquelinebeckconsulting.com. That's JACLYN BECKCONSULTING.com. That's like alphabet soup, but JacquelineBeckConsulting.com.
It has been such a pleasure. And I know you're going to be on WNN with us Thursday night.
Thursday night, I'm going to be back on the radio. Can't wait. I'm going to have Jacqueline Beck and also Patty Shotwell, the retirement specialist. We're going to have a great show.
It's going to be amazing. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. Stay with us because we've got an amazing story you want to hear. I can't wait to hear this. We've got Lynn and Louise in the back, and they found each other and in this lifetime, but they've got stories of past lifetimes.
Because we met them before, no? Met him before.
I know Lynn, and I know I've met Louise in some lifetime. She says it has not been in this one, but there is no doubt. So this is going to be an unbelievable story. And then, of course, we've got Kenny Love kicking off our holiday weekend with some love on the 4th of July. So stay tuned, quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Creative, enchanting, whimsical. Artist Gina Bella is always creating artwork based on real stories and emotions. Expressed through Italian papers, paints, flowers, metals, and clay, her feelings and stories come to life. Complete with glittery diamond dust over paintings and pottery, Gina Bella is always creating new pieces and commissions. You can find her work in staging homes, family Christian bookstores, New Jersey boutiques, and the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery, where she offers personal guided tours of her latest art pieces. Gina can also be found hosting weekend art camps, where she teaches adults and children pottery, painting, and jewelry. For more information on Gina Bella and her art, contact livinglifeartfully@gmail.com or give a call to 954-857-5444. We hope you're enjoying this episode of the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. Whether you enjoy watching in the mornings or afternoons, you can now watch with your favorite merchandise. Choose from the Brooklyn Cafe t-shirts, ranging from sizes small to 3XL. Colors available include black, dark heather, and navy. Feeling chilly? Just check out our latest hoodie with over 9 colors to choose from. Sip on some Brooklyn Cafe coffee with Dawn and Freddie in a matching mug as seen on set. Brooklyn hats and special seasonal items are always popping up and available upon request. To purchase, you can visit our online store at brooklyncafe.tv/shop. Happy shopping!
Are you ready to relax and unwind? Come visit the Spa Facial on Ocean Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale Beach. We offer facial therapy, body treatments, waxing, men's spa treatments, and so much more. Our spa services are a great way to take a step back from the bustle of everyday life. Come take a break with us. We guarantee our all-natural products will bring you to pure tranquility. Call us today at 954-213-5034 or visit our website, thespafacial.info.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. I am so glad today we got an early start. Where are we headed anyway?
Who knows? Wherever this glorious day takes us, and we'll take Don Pablo along too. Rich and flavorful with low acidity and notes of caramel. No matter where you're going or where you end up, Don Pablo never disappoints.
Excuse me, is that Don Pablo coffee?
Sure is.
Do you have any more?
Sure do. Baby, hop in.
No matter where life takes you, Don Pablo Coffee is always there to pick you up.
Coffee News is a fun, family-friendly weekly publication provided free to restaurants, coffee shops, and waiting areas for customers to enjoy. Grow your business today through the power of effective, affordable advertising. Coffee News is an active marketing medium specializing in the ongoing weekly promotion of your business. This builds awareness for your company so you become known as the leader of your industry and develop brand awareness so people think of you first when they want your services or products. Maximize your visibility and achieve outstanding results. For more information on Coffee News, contact Sunrise Coffee News at mail.com or give them a call at 954-951-7870.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, CEO of MyPillow. Retailers, shopping channels, and now even banks have tried to cancel myself and MyPillow. During these times, your support has meant everything to us. So my employees and I want to personally thank each and every one of you by passing the savings directly on to you. We're selling the best products ever for the best prices ever. For example, we have my towels with proprietary technology which makes them soft and absorbent. Towels that work, what a concept. They're made with USA cotton and come in a variety of awesome colors. My 6-piece towel set is regularly $109.99, now just $39.99 with your promo code. I support this show, and I would like to offer you our biggest discounts for listening. So please go to our website, mypillow.com, and put in the promo code at the end of this message to get the biggest discounts. Again, thanks for listening, and God bless.
Call 800-883-1046 and use promo code CAFESLEEP.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
You ready to rock and roll? I can't wait to hear this story, I gotta tell you.
You know, it's really amazing, finishing up with Kenny, it's really amazing because she can get away with a whole lot more in delivery.
Jacqueline or
Jacqueline.
Okay.
Because some of the things that I've noticed is that when you're talking to people, some people size you up that you're trying to do one or two things: manipulation, get my number, whatever the thing is. With her, you can feel the energy. You want to get better, you do it this way. How many conversations have we had that we know a lot of coaches who need coaching?
Yes. It's true.
And I hate that.
It's true.
I hate to even say that. But that's what happens is that you lose. No, but you know, I'm beginning to think we open up an office in the back and have her talk to people, the downs and the reels. I mean, it's business, right?
Like Lucy, right? Set up the 5 cents. Come on, if you need coaching, come on in.
Well, you know, because coaching comes in a lot of flavors. There's business, there's personal life, there's everything in between. Sometimes one bleeds onto the other. If you don't have a good personal life or you're going through things, how in the hell are you going to run a business, right? And sometimes you want to run a business, and all you do is run it into the ground because you're doing everything you can to destroy it.
And I got to tell you, and I know we got to get to our next segment, but our crew, they are family to us. And we give our heart and our soul, and a lot of them are interns, and they move away, they get different jobs, and every time they leave, I cry. He goes, will you stop crying? But, you know, it would be nothing that would make us happier than to get to a point where we can actually retain all of them financially, so they don't need to go to that next step. But they're our kids. Every single group of them becomes our kids. So when they leave and move on, and another one left last week, he goes, why are you crying again?
Well, she's going to have a 3,000 personnel company because she doesn't want to let anybody go.
But it's been so great to have you. So more to come with that, and they're going to be, Eileen's going to have Jacqueline and Patty Shotwell on Thursday night, so tune in for that. We have to get over to these authors because...
We're ready on camera 3?
Camera 3, what an unbelievable story. We met Lynn a few years ago up at the Heart of Delray Gallery where we were, and he had a men's group about men coming together and fathers and support groups coming together, and we haven't seen you in years. And he sent me a text saying he was coming together with a book collaboration, and he's got Louise, his author, with him. I don't know partner, but I guess partner in the book, Louise Gomez. The reuniting of 2 past lives in the unveiling of the 12 sacred lessons. So we have to ask, how did you meet in this lifetime?
We created an intention group, and we met through that intention group that we created, and slowly but surely we continued to learn about a past life that Lynn said he had, and I coincidentally had a reading that I told nobody about, and it was so many of the same time frame back 500 years ago in Aztec Mexico. And it was a checklist of all these things, and then we realized, I said, Lynn, we shared a lot past life together.
Did you remember, Louise, this past life, or you were just told?
What was interesting was the memories were trickling in because it took place in Mexico. When I was in Mexico 35 years ago, I had a flashback, and I told my boyfriend at the time, I said, wow, I was here in Mexico. I know I had a life here. So that was like my first recollection. But then it, like, slowly throughout the years, I would remember that. But then I had a past life reading, and this lady told me my whole life. She studied under Dr. Brian Weiss, who does past life regressions. And she told me I had a past life in Mexico 500 years ago. I was the lover to a king, and on. And I was just like, oh, that's interesting. And then here comes Lynn in this intention group, and he was very clear on his past life, and he knew all of the details, so you can share that.
Lynn, you remember this past life?
Yes. I actually have now remembered about a dozen separate past lives.
Wow.
And I had a moment about a year ago where a friend had introduced me to another friend, and we were going to all get together for dinner. And this new friend that I hadn't met yet, but talked on the phone, we were the first ones to the restaurant. We never said a word. We walked up to each other and we hugged for like 2 minutes. Where would that have come from? Well, later I realized that I was her father in a past life.
Wow. You just give me the chills.
And so these things keep showing up for me, and in this particular life...
We got to check your mic, Lynn.
Oh.
There's a mic. All right. I gotta make
mine. I was going to give him mine. This one works.
Is the corner? It's too far away.
No, there's something about that corner.
This one's still not, is this working now?
How's that?
Is that better? Yes?
Better.
Good.
Okay, so I have a whole history of past lives, which I won't go into now, but I have been sharing in the intention group that I met someone from a past life and was all ready to write a book with her. But I thought this was the person that I loved in that life, and it was the same life in Mexico 500 years ago. The first day we were scheduled to start writing, she never showed up, and she disappeared. And I said, okay, I guess I'm going to have to let go of that. And then 9 months later, Louise shows up. Well, we'd gone through the intention group, and then we had this crazy conversation on a Monday night where we all of a sudden realized that, of course I couldn't write the book with the other woman because she wasn't the woman I was in love with in that past life. If it was going to be the love story, it had to be the woman I was in love with, not a woman that I wasn't in love with in that past life.
So are you in a relationship now?
No.
No, we are great friends,
Okay.
and we just recollected a past life, and it's just such a beautiful experience. And we had to write our story. We had to write our book.
Tell us the book. Tell us the story.
So it's called The Reuniting of Two Past Lives and the Unveiling of the 12 Sacred Lessons. So I within a week, I remembered the whole story, and I was his seamstress. I was creating his clothes, and he contracted me to make 12 outfits in that past life, and I was making his clothes, and as I was making his clothes, we fell in love, and I had a very difficult life. I was pretty much an orphan, challenging life, and it was a time right before the Spaniards came and conquered. So it was right about that time, and through my difficult hardship in life, I learned a lot of life lessons. And I would share them with the king through making his outfits, and in that life, we fell in love, and that's our crazy story.
So do you know what king you were?
What? Which what?
What king?
You were.
No.
Okay.
We know where. So one of the things that, because it took us 2.5 years to write the book, one of the things that kept moving us forward was the synchronicities we experienced.
Right.
And we talk about a few of them in the beginning of the book, but we probably talked about 10% of them. And they keep happening even now. We have taken so many different personality assessments. We are exactly the same on every personality assessment we have taken.
True.
And you were talking about intention in the last segment. Every time we meet,
we create an intention.
We set an intention for our work. We set an intention for the book. We set an intention for the impact we would like the book to make in the world. So that's something I'd like to share with you now, because a lot of people are getting interested in past lives now. And from my perspective, there are two really, really important benefits to learning about your past lives. Number one is we live in a world where we are terribly afraid of dying. And we're afraid of dying because we believe it's one and done. We believe that once we live this life, there'll never be another one. But if you discover that you've had past lives, why would you not believe you could have future ones? And so when you understand that you can have future ones because you've had past ones, that changes the whole calculus of what you have to be afraid of in this life, because you don't have to be afraid of dying anymore. The second piece of it is that we all have way more gifts and talents and abilities than we know. We carry them around in something called an Akashic record. These are all things from past lives. And when we discover the past lives, we also begin to discover the gifts, talents, and abilities we had in those past lives. And when we are open, we allow ourselves to bring those into this life, we have so much more that we can access, and people that feel like maybe they don't have talent or they don't have this or they don't have that. Just look at the 5-year-old piano virtuoso, okay? The kid didn't take lessons for 50 years at the age of 5. So he had to have come in with that knowledge, with that talent already. Where did it come from? Most likely it came from a past life. And so when we understand that, we are really able to see ourselves as much more powerful, much more abundant in all different areas, and we're able to bring that into our lives. And so that's one of the messages we're creating with our book, is to help people understand that they are so much more than they know.
And how do you explain this to people that are significant in your lives before you met each other again? Are they on board? Do they understand it? Like your boyfriend, I don't know if you're still together or not, but...
Well, people are fascinated. Everyone is fascinated by it, even if they don't want to admit it. Most of us grow up with a belief system that doesn't allow for this. Like, well, that can't be possible. We were taught that if, we get one chance and then we go up or we go down.
Yeah.
Right? And so this doesn't work with that. And so sometimes people just need to hold on to their beliefs because they feel a loss of identity, they feel a loss of security if they can't hold on to that belief.
What do you think?
I would say for me, my whole family, everybody is open to it. They know I'm a little woo-woo. They know I'm a little out there, so they just embrace it, and this is just who I am. But one of the lessons in the book is a willingness to be open. And when you have a willingness to be open and you have an open heart, that's when things can show up in life. And so, these beautiful lessons that are part of the book really can be used now. They're lessons that are timeless. So I would say a lot of the people who hear this and hear our story are actually open, and they're like, wow, okay, that happened to you, and
I think it's fascinating. What do you think?
I think that the bottom line for me is that everyone has the ability of looking for your past lives. I mean, we talked about this a million times, and you can acknowledge them. I think that if you want to teach people the lesson of learn, then that's the trick.
Do you believe in past lives?
Of course. We've all had them. You ever seen something that you say, wait a minute, I just saw this? Or you meet somebody, and all of a sudden everything clicks and you don't know why. So you leave the room, and then that person follows you, and you go, and here it is again. And I remember you, and I know you, and what happened here? But it's the ability to learn it and to teach it without words. We always talk about, can you hear the silence? It's the same type of words that you have to be able to do this thing, and that you were able to capture this in a book is an amazing accomplishment.
Yeah,
thank you.
Just amazing. If people can relate and open their minds, and you're not woo-hoo, woo-woo or whatever, you are, I always said, in life, things happen. We're catching up. So if you take your pen and you drop it, it's dropped, right?
Right.
And then you just caught up to it. So we have the ability of seeing into the past if we take a look at the future, which is the trick.
Is your book available yet to purchase?
Yes.
It came out last Wednesday.
Perfect.
And it's on Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com. And we have just started the process now of working on getting it into bookstores and into some of the big retail stores and into all kinds of other places. Once you've written the book and published the book, that's when the real work begins.
Yeah.
That's right.
For sure.
I can't wait, because we're going to be able to give some away on some call-ins. They're going to leave us some books when you get them in print.
Yes.
The books that we have, books that should be here any day.
Perfect.
We'd hope they'd be here now, but they're not.
They're in transit.
They'll be
We'll get
here in
them.
a couple days. They're en route now.
I'm excited because I know a lot of people.
Now
right?
begins the fun. Because now you got the product, and now people have to want to buy into the product of how you're going to explain it.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
I know you do. I know you do. I think I have the same idea.
Remember the editor's desk? You want to bring it back? Okay.
See, but it's a trick because
Yeah, we do this all the time.
they gotta understand that next level. Michael Jordan plays basketball above the rim. You see things above the rim. Kenny Love sees love above the rim, and you got to understand what that means. Not because of what somebody else understands, but what you got to understand. Sometimes you got to give people a chance to catch up. You know, I'm looking at somebody in here. It took a little while, but she caught up, and now she's zooming by. But if you're able to do that, then your delivery will be clear. Is that what you said, clear? Clear delivery.
Clarity.
And if you're able to deliver it clearly, your book will become powerful. It's one of the things that the Bible was able to accomplish in so many different languages. And everybody may love it or hate it, man, but they all know it. And as long as you know it, as long as you know how to say I love you, then you have a chance.
So we're actually going to open up the camera shot and put Kenny in because we got to hear about the Florida Love Show. Kenny, you have a mic? You have a mic. We're going to open up the camera to get Kenny on a mic also. While we do that, how do we find your book? Amazon?
So it's on Amazon.com and it's on BarnesandNoble.com. And we wouldn't be doing our book justice if we didn't mention one more thing, and that is that the whole premise of the book is that love is eternal. The way that we were able to find each other again is because of the eternal nature of love. And it doesn't matter what the love looks like or what the connection is, what the relationship is. Love is love. And it's beautiful that we have Ken Love here because he understands this stuff really, really well. And when you read our story, you'll understand that there was a love so powerful 500 years ago that it produced a commitment to reunite in another life. And that is the power of eternal love.
Yeah. Kenny, it's everything you talk about.
Amazing, isn't it?
Right?
Yeah, it's amazing. So what's incredible is Louise is going to be on the Florida Love Show. And
she is.
We're going to love her mom, Margarita, who passed on November 5th, 1994. Correct?
Yeah.
My birthday's November 5th. See, God is love. There were no accidents. And we're going to have crazy coincidences, and we're going to really love your mom, Margarita.
Oh
That's
my
the most
God.
closest.
That's amazing.
She's the closest
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a beautiful show to love her.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah,
How
so
did that coincidence happen? I can't explain
well,
it. It's just the way.
God is love.
Yeah.
You know, God is love. This is how love spreads. So I love you.
I love you too.
It's Louise Love,
Yes,
right? And
yes,
Lynn Love. I
yes.
love you both. I love you, Jacqueline Love. I love you, Eileen Love. I love you, Josh Love. Love you, Dawn Love. Love you, Freddie Love, who I call the Love Man, and the Love,
We love
the
you,
Love
Kenny.
Women. I love you guys so much. So what's special about what's special actually about the Brooklyn Cafe is Freddie and Dawn, because they are pure love. Pure love. Their hearts are so huge, and I love you two so much. There would be no Florida Love Show if it wasn't for you. And your spreading of love all over the world. So I love you both so much.
Thank you. We love you
So
too.
much. And I was thinking today, we're on like almost our 130th straight show.
Yeah.
Wow.
The
And
courage that you show when he first came, I said, this guy is a nut. I said, let's just get him out of here and say yes, yes, yes.
He looked at me and he says, that's your show to produce.
I said,
He's
you take care of
nuts."
that.
He did.
I said, who in the world is gonna listen to this thing? The numbers have exploded. People have joined his pages because I'm an admin on them, you're an admin. We get to see what's happening here. Everybody knows this guy. He's been on the news a number of times. Amazing. I remember the first time that you went to hand out flowers and the guy says, get away from my store. I bet you he regrets that now.
And you've got a great show lined up, celebrating the 4th today with J.C. Dreesen.
Yes, so we're going to love America today for the 4th of July weekend. Very excited. I got two powerhouse singers today. I got Sharon Alcalay, or, Libovici, who I call Sharon Love. She's my Florida Love Show powerhouse singer. She's going to be singing a America Love medley to Alan's piano, which is absolutely gorgeous. And then I have the powerhouse J.C. Love and her mom, Arlene, who we're going to love today. And JC's going to sing 2 America Love songs and then 2 love songs to her mom. Her mom has no idea what they are. And her mom is 93, and she's so beautiful. I had loved her dad on a previous show a while back, Ted. Actually, her husband, Ted. Arlene's husband, Ted. So it's just incredible that and JC's performing at Arts Garage on July 15th. So, again, she is such a powerhouse singer. Sharon's such a powerhouse singer, and we're just going to spread love all over the world today. So excited, so excited.
It's
And I
gonna
love
be
you
great.
so much. I love you all so much, so much, so
Freddie
much.
actually got us tickets for that event. We're going to sit with Eileen. We're at Eileen's table
Mhm.
for that event.
Yes. Eileen.
I know, it's going to be exciting. Table 12, and I think Charlotte's at table 13. So J.C. Dreesen is going to be Arts Garage, bringing the Shirley Bassey show forward. So definitely you want to check that out. It's at 8 o'clock, I believe, on Friday, July 15th.
Yes, that's correct. It's a Friday night. And the thing is that Shirley Bassey, why JC chose her is because she's a powerhouse singer. And she just loves being a powerhouse, and she is. And I'm just so excited to have her loving her mom today, and just, it's going to be such a beautiful love show. We have now to love each other because life is short. As we've experienced passings recently, like Stanley Goodman, life is short. I hear every day of somebody who passes. We only have now to love each other. So I love you all, each and every one of you, and especially Freddie and Dawn, both of you, because there would be no Florida Love Show if it wasn't for you. So I love you so much, so
Thank
much,
you.
so
It actually
much.
wouldn't be a Florida Love Show without you and Sharon and all the guests that you come week after week. I think we've only missed maybe a few shows in all these years that we've been doing it. One was a tropical storm, and but it's been amazing on everything we get to do. And your crew today, top-notch crew. Your sound is going to be spectacular because it needs to be for the singers that you have. And I'm really glad because right now we're in a place in our country where there's a lot of divisiveness. And we're going to 4th of July, and there's a lot of mixed emotions. We talked about this morning on how people feel about independence. So hopefully today's show is going to bring people together and say, you know what, for this moment in time, we should come together as a country united and see the power of what love can actually do on the 4th.
It gotta be. That's what music does.
Right.
That's why the day started today with guests that we didn't anticipate started the music.
We had a busy day today, but what great shows, right?
I'm gonna tell you, it was pretty good.
Pretty amazing.
Pretty good stuff.
My mom texted me just now. She's like, I hope you're singing America the Beautiful because it's one of my favorite songs. And again, just even the song of love, America the Beautiful. We live in such a beautiful country. So I didn't respond back to her that we were because I want to be a surprise for her, and we are.
Nice.
So we'll be singing love songs to America, but America the Beautiful. America is beautiful. We're all beautiful. So I love you so much, so
We
much,
love you
so
all
much.
so much. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Eileen, Jacqueline, Kenny, Louise, Lynn. We had Shea Beach with us. We had Sapphire Sweets. You're going to see a new episode of our Kids Television Network tomorrow with her. Jeffrey and Joe Corso, to all of our crew that have been with us until the wee hours yesterday, showed up again today. They give everything their all. They are absolutely spectacular. To you, have a wonderful 4th of July.
You too.
Monday, West Amphitheater, right? Sunset Cove Amphitheater, WWNN is going to be there broadcasting. They've got a great event lined up and also one up in Lake Worth. Monday, 4 o'clock?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. Have a great weekend, everyone. Stay safe, love each other, and we will see you Monday, 9 a.m.
And don't be late.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.